Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Knowledge Portal video series. So, we have started to explore the true power of S3 through its services, and today we will be talking about yet another service feature which is called as lifecycle policy. So, let's look into what this is with a use case scenario. So this is a use case scenario. Let's explore it. So company XYZ is an e-commerce organization. Now they are storing access logs of their web servers to track from which country the users are coming from. So access log of the web server generally contains the IP address, and when you map the IP address with the geo IP location, you can actually see from which country the users are coming from. Now, as they also deal with the customer credit card data, one requirement from the Chief Information Security Officer is to store the log for at least 5 years. Now, this is pretty interesting. Now, there is a bit of cost cutting which is going on within the organization. And as a solutions architect, you have been given this particular use case and you have asked like how will you go ahead with this kind of a scenario. Now, in exams, you will not really get a question like what is a life cycle policy, select one of the options among four. So you will be getting some kind of a scenario which is very similar to this, around 5 to 6 line scenario, and you will be asked to select one of the best use cases which will be given in the answer section. So in order to solve this kind of a scenario, let's look into how lifecycle policies will help here. Now, we now understand that there are various storage classes which are being offered by S3, and each storage class has different availability as per se, and depending upon the storage class that you choose, the pricing information will differ. So what you can do is we have to basically make the storage class, or we have to select the storage class which is durable but which is also affordable. So what you can do with the help of lifecycle policy is that on the first 3 months you can store the logs with Amazon S3 standard storage class. Now once the logs passes 3 months old, they can be moved to S3 standard infrequent access. So this is much more cheaper. So all the logs which are older than 3 months, they can be moved to standard IA. And now all the logs which are older than 1 year, they can be moved to the Glacier service. So what we are doing is we are moving the logs from standard to standard IA to Glacier, depending upon the duration of the logs. So let's do one thing. Let's go to the S3 console and see on how we can do that. Now, if you just click on the bucket, you select the properties. Now, ideally, what you want is you want this part to be automated. Like you do not want to manually select the object and move to standard IA. By this, I mean is, let me just click. If I just click on this specific object name and then click on more, you can see I can actually change the storage class from standard to standard IA, then reduce redundancy storage, etc. However, you don't really want to mark like after 3 months you come to S3 console and manually move to the different storage class. You want everything to be automated, and that is where the true power really lies, automation. So in order to do that, what you need to do is you click on the bucket name, select properties, go to management, And here in the life cycle, if you see, you click on the add lifecycle rule. So basically what this does is it automates the transition of your objects from various storage classes. Now I'll click on add a lifecycle rule. Now rule name, I'll say KP Labs lifecycle. I click on next. Now since the versioning is enabled, it is asking me whether I would like to have both current and previous version to be enabled as part of this lifecycle policies. I'll select both of them. And now if you'll see, there is a button called as add transition. I'll click here. This is for current version. Now the transition period would be transition to standard IA. I'll click here after 3 months. So after I'll select 90 days, I'll add one more transition period. I'll select Glacier, and after 1 year I want objects to be moved to Glacier. So what I essentially did was, whenever I upload an object to S3, it will be based on standard S3 storage. After 3 months, the object will be moved to standard infrequent access. So after 3 months, which is 90 days, and the object after 365 days, it will automatically be moved to Amazon Glacier storage. So this is the lifecycle policy for current version. You need to do the same thing for previous version if you intend to, but we'll skip this for now. I'll click on next. No need to configure expiration for now. I'll select next, and it will give you the overview on what exactly is going to happen. So the scope is the entire bucket. It tells the bucket lifecycle policy name. Now if you see over here, this will give you the overview on what is going to happen, that the objects are going to transition to standard IA after 90 days automatically, and after 365 days the object will be moved to Amazon Glacier. So this is it. I'll click on save. And now if you see, I have a lifecycle policy added. So this is quite easy, and from now on Amazon lifecycle policy will automatically take care of moving the objects across storage classes. So this is quite important to understand, because when you talk about long-term storage about 5 years, then having this life cycle is not only efficient in terms of cost saving, but it is also efficient that you don't waste the resources unnecessarily. So this is the basic about the lifecycle policies related to AWS S3. I hope this has been informative for you, and I look forward to see you in the next lecture.